where kickoff is just moments away. This crowd is getting amped up. We got music going. The crowd is ready. And just a little bit ago, hometown team coach Gilbert Brown got his Chill team all fired up.
We sacrificed all month for this point right here. Now all the talking is done. Done. Now you go out and you smack somebody in the mouth until the whistle blows, and if you didn't think the whistle blow, you smack them again.
As we're just seconds away from kickoff, how about Coach Brown? Was he excited? Now let's get out of the field. Lauren Gardner standing by with tonight's two starting quarterbacks. Lauren?
Well, thank you very much, Tom. Angela Rippon, you first, making your rookie debut. Your dad is in attendance. Tell me, what's going through your mind right now? Any butterflies?
Yes, I'm definitely getting butterflies. I mean, it's my first game, so obviously, you know, there's those first game jitters, but I'm definitely excited. I'm so glad to be given this opportunity to be here, to be doing this right now.
All right, well, best of luck to you this evening.
Thank you so much.
Over to Annie Erler. We just heard Coach Brown address your team in the locker room. You were one of the bright spots in that opening night loss. What is it going to take to walk away with that elusive first W?
We know what we have to do. I mean, we've been working hard this last month on defense, tackling, you know, setting a new offense, setting a new tone. So we're definitely ready come this time around.
All right, they're ready. Thank you very much, Annie. Best of luck. Hey, guys, you can see it is crazy down here. We are ready for kickoff.
Tonight's MGM Resorts International betting line has Seattle a 6.5-point favorite on the road. Over under 47.5. We are ready to play ball. The lights were dimmed. They are back up now. The excitement is coming. We're in Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, at the Graveyard, ready for LFL Friday Night Football.
I've been here a few times in my career, Tommy, and that big fella who gave the speech. I've also been in the locker room as a teammate, and I've played against him, and I'm sure glad we're in street clothes tonight as the big fella's ready to roll. It's great to be here. It's fun. Gilbert, hey, Tommy, I promise you, he'd still like to put on a uniform.
Oh, he
still wants to put on a uniform. One of my favorite people of all time, Big Gil, had a great career in the NFL. Now he's teaching these gals how to play it.
The lights are down. One goal, a win here in Green Bay's second home game. They need one desperately. Jessica Hopkins back deep to receive, and the kick bounds in and goes over the back end zone. And here we go. Well, Angela Rippon is terrific. She's a young quarterback that has all the makings of being one of the really outstanding players in LFL Friday Night Football. First and 10, football at the 15-yard line, 17 minutes on the clock. Last time Green Bay had trouble with this front three, they just could not stop the run. Rippon is at quarterback. She's got motion coming to the near side. Pitch, and we've got a little razzle-dazzle, looking long. She's wide open, caught, 10-5, touchdown! Jessica Hopkins with the catch, and we have got 6 on the board right off the bat.
Oh, and by the way, they go to midfield and do a little grave digger right in Green Bay's face from the get-go. Chris Michelson, the head coach of Seattle, said, watch the first play. Well, apparently we need to watch it because they came out, little razzle-dazzle, the deep pass to Hopkins on the look like a reverse for the touchdown. Hopkins, their best receiver. That's the way you quiet a home crowd, and that's the way you start the game. No finesse, no physical there, Tommy, all finesse. And I think Green Bay was playing to be having to defend physical right off the bat.
Looking to go against Cam Warner in the run. Trip receivers go to the right side. They're going for 2 here. Rippon looking. The pass goes to Warner, and she can't hang on. It's incomplete.
They were going for the 2-pointer, Tommy.
Yep, they were looking for 2.
Have another look, Tommy, at this. Great job coming out. A little toss. Looks like a toss sweep. Great job of selling it by the line. Mechanics, just nice throw, no wasted motion. Hopkins sets it up, looking like she's going to block and running right by. That's the way you do it. And then the finish. How many times have we seen in football? Everything looks good until the finish. Boom, lay the ball on the ground. Great job, great throw, great finish by an all-star receiver in this league.
Give goes to DeJesus. Look at her go across the 20 out to about the 23 or 24-yard line. Cam Warner with the tackle. Melissa DeJesus has been with this team for exactly a week. She takes the first carry for 9 yards. There we go. This is a very interesting team. Peyton Dennison, solid interior line, and then you've got Erler, who's just a terrific quarterback. Erler with a keeper, now tries to get outside with the late pitch to DeJesus. She's got it across the 15, down to the 14-yard line. What a different team this Green Bay group looks like. The defense now for Seattle. Let's start with Norton, who looks vastly improved. A much different team, a much different player. Shay Norton can get after people. And then Hopkins at safety excels against the pass. Great hands, ball hog, maybe the best offseason prep in the league. Her workout video is unbelievable. Erler, Deuce backs behind her now. Second back through, that's Peyton, and Peyton is going to get hit hard. Down at about the 14-yard line. How about Cam Warner?
Great. This is talking about Annie Erler now. She just watched her defense give up a home run to start the game. This is an athletic person who carried them in the first game, Tommy. Willed them almost to a victory over Minnesota. Kept them in there the whole time. This is a football team that will rely on her the whole time. Most important drive of the game right now after Seattle had answered right off the bat with the home run. They've got to answer on this drive.
Erler with a fake. Now he's going to keep it. She's got a little green in front of her. Inside the 10, and wow, Cam Warner is all over the field defensively. Warner is just terrific, Sean, and you know, going into her last year, you know Warner really wants to excel.
This is the last year she'll play in this league, but she is as good as anybody at this position, scraping as a linebacker, Erler in the open field. How many times do you see people miss tackles in space? Great job by Warner, and wrapping up at the point of attack.
Trip receivers to the right side, they're all lined up. This looks like a bubble screen. Erler looking. Third down, they've got to throw into the corner of the end zone, and it's knocked away. A great defensive play. Right at the last second, they had run twice. They had to throw the football. They did once, and they've got to throw it again.
Right, 2 out of 4 downs must be throws. Great job of patience, though. No pass rush at all. You see Erler scouting it and looking, staying in the pocket. Didn't creep up too much towards the line of scrimmage. Great job. I call it staying in that hula hoop, Tommy, where she's in that pocket.
Right.
Now it's 4th down. Put the ball where only her girl could get it or nobody. Now they got to score.
Annie Erler comes up under center. Now gets some movement. Takes a give. Rolling, looking, throws into the right side. This one's caught inside the 5. DeJesus has got it at about the 4-yard line, and that will be enough for a first down.
It sure better be enough for a first down with forward progress. Great job by Erler. Now, this is only her 2nd start in her LFL career, but I want you to watch the way she scours the field. You don't have to cut the field in half for her as an offensive coordinator. Looks left, looks middle, looks left, comes back all the way across the field, right? Puts the ball on the money. Not a great strong arm, Tommy.
Oh,
so she has to rely.
Not enough.
She had to rely on finesse and accuracy. Now, from what I saw on instant replay, that's a first down.
Yeah.
That is a first down. And it's a turnover on downs, which is crucial, especially in the red zone when you've got to come away with points.
So now Seattle with it. Rippin with a pitch. Here comes Cam Warner. Warner with blockers in front of her. Look at her just motor forward across the 15 out to about the 16 or 17-yard line. Annie Erler, the quarterback, with the tackle. Erler, the free safety.
Can't have first contact 8 yards down the field on a run play, Tommy, on defense. You got to get her earlier.
Rippin with the throw. This one was almost intercepted. The pass was behind her. Well, you talk about Seattle, and we've already mentioned her a lot on defense. But you start with Cam Warner, who's just terrific. Warner at 37 years old. And then Peyton, this is just more his great size, brute strength. Rypien fades, looks, the throw is to Warner. She's got blockers again. She's into Green Bay territory. 15-10-5. Cam Warner, touchdown, Seattle. She got an escort like you wouldn't believe up the field, and Warner ran it the whole way and takes it in for the TD.
Well, not a bad situation to get the ball in your best football player's hands and see what Cam Warner can do on both sides of the ball. Rypien sells it, stares downfield like a good screen, makes the linebackers get depth, drops off the screen to Warner. There's the initial contact at the 25-yard line, which is 15 yards down the field, and Warner finishes to the end zone. Big plays are killing Green Bay right now, and if you're going to try to arm tackle Cam Warner, then you may as well stand on the sidelines and give her an ole in the old, Tommy, when the bull.
Yeah, right. The Matador.
Yeah, Matador, thank you. Ole, Matador, whatever it is. Just don't get out of her way. You got to gang tackle somebody that big and that good. And right now, huge plays, Tommy. Great job by Rypien running an offense after she missed the play on the crossing route the play before. Get her back into rhythm. Good call by Chris Michelson. And when you're making initial contact on Cam Warner, Tommy, 15 yards down the field, and she's getting ahead of steam. We saw that in the LFL title game with Sephora Chase last year.
Right.
You can't let these great players get ahead of steam. There you see her, 37 years old, 5'8", 145 pounds. This is her swan song. This will be her last season. I got news for you, though. She could play till she's about 50, Tommy. She's really, really good.
She is a parole officer, and I can imagine if you break parole.
Don't get in trouble around Cam Warner.
All right, they're going for two.
Little wishbone full house.
Coming around the left side and getting in. The two-point conversion is good. Jessica Payton scores, and it's now 14-0 missed. Seattle with 2 long touchdowns, and it has been the Cam Warner show, both offensively and defensively for Seattle.
Inside the Rush Center, the Seattle Mist with an explosive start to tonight's matchup with 2 scores on the board already. They have scored each time this offense has hit the field, a total of 4 plays. That's all it's taken. I talked to Coach Chris Michelson before tonight's game. He told me a little bit about their offensive strategy. Let me give you guys a few numbers. 48 plays in just one direction. You double that in the other direction, a total of 96 plays. He says, hey, I'm 42 on the wristbands, 6 by hand, and 12 audibles. I thought it might be a little confusing, guys, but apparently these ladies are getting it, no problem.
Not a whole lot of confusion on Seattle's offense right now, is there?
Not right now.
Great job, Lauren. There's no doubt about it. They're on the same page.
Trip receivers to the right side. A lot of pressure. Erler tries to get away, now lobs it. Wide open to Jesus again. What a great read by Annie Erler. That's enough for a first down. She's down to the Seattle 21-yard line.
Here's why Erler, and it doesn't take long, Tommy, when you're watching playmakers, understand why they're going to be stars in this league. Have a look now. It's not there. Can't get it out on the hitch route on the front side. Eludes the pass rush, then relocates and does a great job of getting her shoulders and hips turned to throw it back across her body, but she's squared up to the line of scrimmage. This is a star with great football presence.
Again, trip receivers to the right side. Not a lot of pressure, looking long, and it is tipped away right at the last second and incomplete. Looking for Katie Zellner, and Zellner just couldn't quite hang on.
Nice throw again. Erler's giving everybody a chance now. See, and Katie, as she gets rolling along and the timing gets better, will make that play for Erler. And you've got to start to reward your quarterback. Your quarterback's rewarded you with some great plays. You've got to turn it around and start to reward her and get your 2 hands on that football and make a play.
De Jesus back behind the quarterback now, along with Jessica Payton. And the give goes to Payton. She's going right up the middle. Across the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. Cam Warner with the stop. But Erler is one of those players that does it with her feet, with her mind, and with her arms.
And Tommy, where I'm impressed with, she's got great feet. As you look at the number 7 of 17, 88 yards and 3 TDs, and she almost willed her team to that win, as we said. But her presence, Tommy, her eyes are always looking downfield instead of looking at the rush, feels the rush, and finds the secondary.
Fades back, gets away from the rush again. Looking, gets away again. Now finds a wide open receiver inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Stephanie Ortiz with that catch. What a terrific job of reading. But now, Sean, it's 4th down.
Yeah.
And this is a big 4th down for them. They've got to put points up.
Folks, if you haven't watched Baylor's Robert Griffin III play quarterback, you're watching her or him tonight both, because she does a great job, does Annie Erler, of eluding the rush, but she's accurate with the throw, and that's about as high as compliment I can give her, because he's the most exciting player in
is
college
he
football
terrific?
right now. And so is she. And it's 4th down now, must get the first. They had it last time, and I think it was a bad spot by the officials.
Fake the double give, now looking, rolling, steps up, throws, and it's caught, and she is fighting forward, and I think she's going to have enough for the first down. Stephanie Ortiz there again. It is 1st down, Green Bay.
Now that is a great tackle by, was it Ortiz, Tommy, on the tackle? Great job of coming up and almost prevent the first down. Wrapping up. Hey, NFL fellas, have a look-see now. She is making these plays like you need to make. Look at the mechanics of the tackle, Tommy. Look at it, head up, doesn't lead with her helmet, sees everything she hits, drags her to the ground, but a great job again by the field presence of Annie Erler, the quarterback.
Motion, and it's a high snap. It's going to go right to DeJesus, and is she hammered? Oh, my. Seattle saw that high snap and reacted very well, Sean. You saw 3 white shirts attacking DeJesus.
Well, as Chris Michelson, their head coach, told us in our talk this week, Tommy, they were going to pressure. They wanted to see if this young quarterback could handle the pressure and how she'd do under duress. I got news for you. They may make some adjustments, because Annie Erler's beating pressure right now.
Yeah. Annie Erler is reading it and making really good throws.
The key is you got to start slowing down Seattle's offense so this Green Bay has a chance.
2nd down. Erler looking. She may decide to run this. Nope, throws again. One more time, wide open inside the 5. Down to the 2-yard line. Stephanie Ortiz one more time.
Annie Erler and fans of the LFL that you're watching, welcome to stardom. This girl can flat out play, Ty. This is my first chance of seeing her other than on tape. I love how she still manipulates the pocket and hangs there. When she doesn't need to move aside, she sits there. A lot of them start to panic and grind up towards the line of scrimmage. Really impressed with her. And you know what? Apparently, she doesn't care that it's 14-0. She's trying to get her team back in this.
3rd and goal. Football at the 2-yard line. DeJesus comes around the right side. She just keeps going forward. Touchdown, Green Bay. Melissa DeJesus powered that baby in. And the Chill put 6 points on the board.
We got ourselves a ball game.
Oh, yeah.
Now we need to see on the defensive side before we see this replay by DeJesus. So you said, Tommy, welcome to a week in football, and now we're going to give you the ball at the goal line. As she gets it here, nice job. Really good mix by the Green Bay play-calling offensive staff. Nice job, grind, push. We always say low man or low woman in this case wins. And DeJesus with that leg drive and butt drive getting right into the end zone. One hell of a football drive by Green Bay.
Now the Chill going for 2. Erler fakes a give to DeJesus. She's got DeJesus wide open. She's to the 2-1. She's in. We've got a flag down. Hang on. We have a flag down. Let's see what the call is. That's back in the area of holding. Yep.
Holding on the offense, number 5. Headlights from the previous spot. Replay the down.
Tommy, I've seen a lot of really perceptive quarterbacks in this league. Ashley Salerno, we know what she brings to the table out in Los Angeles. We've seen Ananka Dixon play her game. You know, we've seen some great ones over the last few years.
Oh, yeah.
This girl's got a field presence. She may not be the most physically gifted arm strength, but how good is she? Take a look at the right side of your screen. Right here. Hold, get in there, hold. Nice job there. But right there, let go of the jersey. See, tackles her, Tommy. She's inside, does a nice job, but the second you start to twist the body, now the official's standing back there, and he sees it. Yeah, that's the point in time. You hope the ball's out by your quarterback. You got to let go and bring the hands back inside. Once you turn and tackle, they're going to call it every time. Put your team in a bind on this 2-pointer now.
Going for 2 again. Erler rolls out of the right side. Now comes back left. She's got 1 to beat. Look out. She's to the 5. 2, 1. She's in. The 2-point conversion is good. Annie Erler did that all by herself. She had some great blocking, but Erler, so bright, does such a terrific job. And its 2-point conversion is good.
All the things I couldn't do as a player, Tommy. All the things I couldn't do.
She is in. 2-point conversion good. 14-8. 7:07 left. First half. LFL Friday Night Football in Green Bay. Welcome back, 14-8, 7:07 left in the first half. And there's a look at LFL founder and chairman Mitch Mortaza sitting alongside Washington Redskins Super Bowl champion and MVP Mark Rypien.
Boy, what a special night for my man, the Ripper. We call him the Chief.
Right.
And I've known Ripper since we came out of high school, one of my very dear friends. But how exciting for him to see his daughter, the birth of a franchise possibility quarterback here, as he was when he played in Washington, a Super Bowl champion, and now gets to watch his daughter on the road here in Green Bay, Titletown. And then for Commissioner Mortaza, how about Mitch? Wouldn't it be great for Green Bay here at home to pick up their first franchise win? This is a city that lives and breathes football. Good to have Mitch and Rip here.
Rypien right up the middle, gives to Cam Warner. Look at her just break through tackle. She just powers forward into Green Bay territory at the 22-yard line.
And I talked to Ripper before the game, Mark Rypien. I said, aren't you glad we don't play anymore? He goes, heck yes, I don't want this anymore. But also the nerves of watching his daughter play.
Yeah, exactly.
Hurry up offense. They're not letting Green Bay shift or get set.
Rypien looks, throws, and she may have just thrown that one away.
Smart play, Tommy, from the start, because fumbled the snap, fumbled the original snap, and you don't want to compound it. We see it a lot of times. Make one mistake, 2, 3. They're not wasting any time. We got to start to see Leslie Bowman rear her head, the safety who didn't play her best game, and notably so in Minnesota. She's got to be the playmaker back there at safety.
Rypien right up the middle. Cam Warner again. Stop me if you can. And it doesn't look like they can. Cam Warner takes it right down the field. She's got it down to the 3-yard line. She is the unstoppable force for the Seattle Miss.
Nice job by Katie Zellner to save the touchdown to come across the field. But Tommy, I can't. First of all, the up front defensive ends and tackle are getting pounded, getting dominated by a great job by Seattle. Control the line of scrimmage. Once again, you can't reach out and tackle with one arm. Against a girl this size, you must hit her and hit her high and hit her low. Seattle, there's no reason why it won't come back to Cam Warner.
They're in the wishbone again. This time it's a keeper. Rypien rolls around the right side, and she maybe got a yard or two. Down to about the 2-yard line. Stephanie Ortiz with the tackle, and Ortiz, for a player we didn't hear much about, is having a heck of a game.
Nice job. But you know what, Tommy? Somebody needs to look. See how she's wrapping up every time she comes up the hit? We saw an earlier hit the same way. Ortiz showing up on the field and making it a little bit tougher for Rip to get around the corner, Angela to get in the end zone. I like what I'm seeing. Got to see more push up front from Green Bay, like their big coach did, Gilbert Brown, when he played. Use up a couple blockers and start to reestablish the line of scrimmage.
Second down and goal. Football at about the 2-yard line. Cam Warner is directly left. Now it's a fumbled snap. Rypien came back up with it, but she is going to be right down, right at the line of scrimmage. It's third down, and they've got to throw the football twice now, partner.
They sure do. Now let me see what happens here. Looked like a hit. It looked like Ange just was pulling out the ball. Got between her two hands. That's the one where it's the center's job to hit the top hand. If the ball hits the top hand first, now that angle looked like it hit the bottom hand first. Got to hit the top hand first, and with those linemen that are trying to block and trying to reach on a nose guard or a defensive tackle, the quarterback has to ride the center an extra long time here down in the goal line because of all the pull and push.
Laurel Creel is in at quarterback now. Creel rolls around the right side. It's a keeper, and she's in. Laurel Creel steps in, and she is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Has been a starter on this team before, Tommy.
Last 2 years.
Yes, very good thrower. They may have as good a 1-2 punch at quarterback as there is in the league. Angela's getting her go. Laurel Creel could really start for some other teams in this league.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nice job. Little change-up pitch by Chris Michelson, the coach. Wanted to throw it. Nice job pulling it down for the touchdown by Laurel Creel. Again, too much space that you're allowing Seattle to operate in. Got to get more push up front. They're going for the 2-pointer here. It's at about the 3-yard line, Tommy?
Yep. They go with the wishbone again. Quarterback keeper again, throws into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good.
I got news for you. Take the over.
Yeah.
Take the over.
Christine Moore.
Hey.
And the Seattle players, the fans have those gravestone markers. The Seattle players are taking them from the fans and breaking them in the end zone.
Nice job. Well, when you score on your first 3 drives, Tommy, so you've got to get a stop if you're Green Bay, because you can't keep answering like this because it's too difficult. And down there in the red zone, when you're inside at short yardage and goal line, when you're running the football, Tommy, as effectively as Cam Warner does, play action works really well, and you saw play action in the finish for the touchdown pass.
Well, we'll see what Annie Erler and the Green Bay Chill are able to do here. Erler has been so smart
Unreal.
so far.
But her head always goes up the field. She doesn't run to run. She eludes the rush to find receivers, and then if it's not there, she can make a play. And I love how she squares her body and her shoulders and hips when she's running away and has to throw back across her body. Great job.
Erler fading back, now steps up in the pocket. Little lob pass goes to Ortiz, and she's across the 20, out to about the 21-yard line. They'll mark forward progress at the 22, a pass, and a gain of 8 yards.
And you know what, people at home, and there's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that I say, be better at playing boring football. You don't always have to be spectacular. That may be boring, but you know what, Tommy? It's boring for 7 yards. I mean, it's okay to Tom Brady, drop back, check it down, throw it here. Let these athletes work for you. Now you're in short yardage, and it's manageable at 2nd and 3.
We got procedure penalty.
Can't do that at home.
Jennifer Dennison will be called for procedure.
Ball start. Offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Right tackle, Jennifer Dennison. Just a little premature, Tommy. Look at her. She's anxious because they're doing a really good job up front.
Yeah.
They're giving Annie all the time in the world. They need that same production on the defensive side of the ball.
Trip receivers to the right side. Erler had to chase down that snap. Now looking up the field, steps up, throws, and threw that one away. She's upset with somebody. She is screaming at her receiver. She's really giving it to Jessica Payton is what it looks like to me.
Well, and you know what? Jess is her best receiver. She's got to get Jess going. Jess Payton's got to get her game going. Her and Katie Zellner give them a nice 1-2 punch and wide out. They're throwing the ball a lot, and I think this is the way that they're going to try to stay in this game because they're getting protection. And she's handled blitz very, very well, has Annie Erler. Boring football's okay. Check downs, moving chains.
Katie Zellner goes in motion to the far side. Erler fades, steps up, throws, and it's overthrown and incomplete, and it'll be 4th down.
Now we don't punt in this league, folks, and you wonder after a touchdown why they don't kick off just at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of half, do we kick off? Other than that, we spot that ball on the 15-yard line. That was on Annie Erler. Didn't get set, threw the ball high and inside. If she puts it out in front, Katie's got a catch and a 1st down because she had a little bit of space to maneuver in. But now you're putting yourself in a very difficult position, Tommy, because on these short fields, the way Seattle's moving, if you don't get a 1st down.
2-minute timeout.
We got a 2-minute timeout. Tommy, backed up with the short field like this, you can't give it. They're going the distance of the field easy enough. You can't give Seattle, 3rd and 4th downs and making sure you turn it over in your own end of the field. We're ready to play.
Trip receivers go to the right side. Big 4th down now for Green Bay. Erler steps up, looking, in some trouble. Now he's going to tuck and run. She's got to make some room. Oh, nice cutback! And she just can't quite get it. Gets out to the 23-yard line, and we've got a timeout. 1:48 left. LaShonda Fowler with a great open field tackle. 22-8, Seattle with the lead, and they'll get the football when we come back.
A minute 48 remaining here in this first half. Lauren Gardner on Green Bay's bench with Green Bay Chill running back Melissa De Jesus. Hey, Melissa, this offense is struggling a bit out there, but you were able to bring it in for a score. What is it going to take to get back on top?
I think we're just all a little bit pumped right now. It's an important game for us, so I think just staying focused and making sure we know what we're doing. We just all need to take a breath and just calm down.
A little bit of confusion. I saw you just speaking with Coach Brown with your wristband there and some of the plays. Are you guys all clear on your offensive strategy?
We are. There's a few technical difficulties, but we're working them out and we'll be all right.
Thanks a lot, Melissa. Guys?
Yeah, and for somebody who's been a part of the team for a week, I can understand where she'd be a little confused.
You bet, but great wisdom and understands. They do need to take a deep breath. 22-8, you got a long way to go. You can get back in this.
Cam Warner now with the reverse, coming back around the left side. It's Erica Smith. She's inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line, and a heck of a tackle.
Great hit in the secondary. Tommy, is so important on plays. Watch this now, reverse, where you reverse the field. Everybody flows and wants to go hit the almost fumble there. But you got to keep your options. If you're contained on the backside, you got to be able to prevent that from happening, break and contain.
Rippon throws to the right side, and her pass is well short, Sean. That one didn't look very good.
Well, that looked like the Leslie Bowman we should see in coverage all over the wide receiver, forcing Angela Rippon to throw it into the ground. For those of you who are just joining us, obviously Angela Rippon, Daddy was a Super Bowl MVP, wearing the jewelry. He's here tonight. Super Bowl ring on the finger, mind you, Tommy. I noticed that because I don't have one.
Yeah.
So he's in the press box watching, in one of the suites, should I say, watching Angelo take this team to a 22-8 lead so far.
Second down now. Rippon fades, steps up, throws. Oh, caught and dropped. Oh, that one was right there, right in her hands. Erica Smith just could not hang on. There's Mark Rippon.
And Erica Smith's going to be a star in this league. There you see it. Mark Rippon, Super Bowl MVP. If you remember him running that counter tray, throwing touchdowns in the Super Bowl. You'd see that stress on his face?
Yeah.
He wasn't that stressful when he was a player. It's more stressful when you're watching your baby girl go out there and try to throw a touchdown pass. Doing a good job. One of my very dear friends, known him for, I hate to admit, a long time.
Yeah, I know the feeling,
a long time. One of the very class guys and one of the very, very special people you'll ever meet.
22-8 is our score. Seattle with the lead in the football. A minute 28 left. Rippon steps up, throws, and it's intercepted. Erler's got it, and a head-high tackle, and that's going to be a penalty. Natalie Sudi with the neck tackle, and I think there's going to be a lot of yards added to this. How about this interception, Sean? This was a terrific read.
Great job. Who was on there? Was that Erler on the play or Sute?
Yep, that was Erler.
That was Erler. Sute on the tackle.
On the defense, turn the return. Green Bay ball, 10 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Great job by Annie Erler. Now watch this. This is a quarterback in the secondary, and this is a young quarterback, Angelo Rippon, playing quarterback. Doesn't see the middle safety. All Erler does is read the eyes. Squats in the middle of the field, has nobody to hold her, sees the crossing route, and Ange Rippon is staring her down, and it's a pretty easy interception. Tommy, I've seen a lot of veterans throw interceptions like that. Understandable in her first start throwing it there, but a great job by a person who plays quarterback on the secondary side to intercept it and read her eyes.
Now Green Bay with an opportunity. Not only do they get it here, but they'll get it to start the second half. Erler got some pressure, steps up, throws, it's caught again. Out across the 25 to the 24-yard line. Melissa De Jesus with the catch.
Who is this girl, Tommy?
Is she something a week? She's just playing football. No other football ever. This is 1 week playing football here in Green Bay.
Unreal. And you've got a quarterback and Annie Erler who has such great field presence. And you get good field presence on the other side with Angelo Rippon. Great football genes for Seattle. But Annie Erler's playing out of her mind right now.
Erler rolling, looking, steps up, throws, and it is just overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Caitlin Gerard. It's now 3rd and 6, and now a big 3rd and 6 with 40 seconds left, partner.
Yeah, and they can throw every down. Now, if you're running it, you can't run it every down, but you can run it 2 out of 4 downs. You can throw every down. Now, that time is a perfect case in point of being on timing. Gerard should have kept running. She stopped and tried to run through the football on that deep route.
Erler fakes a give to De Jesus. She's looking long, and this one is intercepted. Seattle comes right back and picks it off across the 20. Oh, a terrific tackle, but it is Seattle ball out near midfield. Ashley Rumsey, Team USA hockey team. In fact, she's the Team USA hockey captain with the tackle.
And I think Ashley, who's snapping the ball, so when you get a ball intercepted, a little irritated, Ashley goes down and puts a nice check and hit. Have a look at this, Ashley Rumsey running through it, bam, puts it right on her. Great interception. Now that's just called 2-minute greed, Tommy. That's all that is by the quarterback. Annie Erler getting greedy. It's 2 minutes, on your 2-minute drive, trying to make up some points. Great job on the interception.
Emily Bell with the interception. Now motion comes to the near side. Rippon got all day. Steps up, throws, and the pass is caught at about the 17-yard line. Erica Smith with the catch.
Future star in this league. You should hear Chris Michelson talking about this young girl, Erica Smith, on both sides of the ball as a wide receiver and a corner.
How about this? She's a boxing Golden Gloves champ, partner.
Good. Well, I like being in the booth. She can knock the hell out of anybody she wants, but I'm staying right up here. Now, that was the oldest route in football, Tommy. Little curl-flat combination. She just runs a 12-yard hook route. Angela uses her eyes to look off the flat route, and boom, throws it right to the hook. Little curl route right there. On the outside, bam, first down, moving the ball. Well, should I say almost a first down. They're close to 3rd and just a couple. There's the standings, Tommy, after what, 6 weeks in the league?
And Las Vegas 1-0 with that huge win at Chicago. They are up by 12 now. Seattle even, obviously. Green Bay lost by 3. Green Bay, Chicago need a win in their next game. They meet next week in Chicago.
Don't sleep on expansion franchises,
Oh my,
folks.
Vegas can play.
And Chicago isn't exactly a team full of sprint. That's a good football team with some physical good players.
Receiver split to the right side. They've gone away from Cam Warner, now looking to the end zone and almost picked off. That would have been a heck of a catch, but it's incomplete.
That's a good throw. A little more air maybe, but when you're running out of space, you got to put it on the line. Nice job by Angela Rippon. Really good spin on the ball. Now look, Tommy, slow it down. Ooh, good job. If you could only get that second hand up to try and make a catch. But a very, very nice effort by Jessica Hopkins, who is one of our finest receivers and hardest workers in this league.
3rd and a long one. Rippon fades back. She's got pressure. Now rolls out of the pocket, steps up, throws, and it comes up short. Oh, and now Rippon with a shot, and there's a flag down and another flag. Jessica Payton with the tackle. After it was over, Rippon turned and delivered a right punch.
Now, you know what? Quarterbacks aren't soft, but you know what? This is just a little anger. Doesn't like to be tackled. I don't blame you, Angela, but you know what? You just can't do it. And Daddy will tell her that after the game. You just can't do it. Cost yourself some penalty yardage, and that's frustration. Good tackle by Jess Payton.
It was.
Jumped up in there. And at first, I thought they were going to call it on Jessica Payton. I said, why? Jess made the good hit, and then you see Angela Rippon responding, and it's usually the person who responds, and Dad's like, oh, my girl's tough.
4th down, trip receivers go to the right side. Rippon fades back, steps up, throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off. Annie Erler again with the interception. She has been terrific. 4.4 seconds left. And you know what, Sean? They got one more shot here this half.
You load up Zellner and Zellner and Jess Payton on the same side. You're a trips set, and you throw it up and hope for an interference call, a tip ball for a touchdown. This is just a case in point. I know Angela's a little frustrated. Some incompletions, but she's watching the receiver the whole way. It's called being a young quarterback. Her dad's been there. I've been there. Throwing it to the other team. Now you're throwing it. Annie Erler, Tom, I don't know what else I want to describe or say about her. She is a one-person wrecking crew right now, and it's okay for Annie. It's a first half. Go in at halftime, Angela. Think about what you're doing first start, Tom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can remember my first start. I made Wilbur Marshall look like Superman, and he was. I think he had 22 tackles and 4 sacks. So I do get it. I understand.
Let's listen to
the other time. Let's listen in, guys.
Call? Yeah. He didn't have much to say. All wired up on the official.
Well,
there we go. Trip receivers to the right side.
Just what I said. Throw it up and let it fly.
Zellner, Payton, and DeJesus are all wide to the right side. Annie Erler will fade back. Steps up, throws, and it is caught and dropped. Katie Zellner had it but could not hang on. And we are at halftime here at the Resch Center in Green Bay. It is 22-8. The Seattle Mist with a great start to this game. The Mist, terrific so far. Offensively, defensively, they've got it all going on. And you've got to figure that Seattle just understands the game a little bit better. Let's go down to the field. Lauren Gardner standing there with Coach Brown. Go ahead, Lauren.
Well, thanks a lot, Coach. That last minute and a half of play was pretty exciting. 3 turnovers. You had possession of the ball with 4.4 seconds left. What did you draw for that team?
We just got to go deep. We got to start playing better defense and stop giving up turnovers.
You still have another 17 minutes of play. This game is basically a must-win for this team. What is going to be your message for this Green Bay Chill squad in that locker room?
Come out and fight, man. You know, we got to fight. We got to do what we got to do. We got to win this game. And Andy got to settle down and make the right plays.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Guys.
Well, and I can imagine he's going to go to the locker room right now and tell him just exactly that.
Well, Tommy, here's some good things. Some real good things. Turning the ball over on defense, doing a good job. Quarterback playing out of her mind, which is a good play, and I think that's the way she plays. And if you're talking about the Seattle, you're forcing turnovers. Seattle's just a good team. You got to get better tackling on defense, Tommy.
22-8, Seattle with the lead. Here's Cam Warner around the right side. They have made good plays. Annie Erler with a couple interceptions. It's been tough, both ways, but it so far has been Seattle. There's DeJesus fighting to get in. 22-8. We'll take a break and come right back. Stick around. Welcome back to Green Bay. 22-8 is our score. The Seattle Mist over the Green Bay Chill. And it was Seattle with a terrific running game and outstanding defense. They really got it rolling. Let's go down into the Green Bay locker room. Coach Brown is going to be fired up. You can bet on that, Coach.
We know what's going on. But do you have the will to stop it and turn it around and make something happen? Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
They shouldn't be able to run on us like that. We're taking wrong angles. We did tackling for a whole month. And we're still not doing it today. How bad is that? Now y'all got 17 minutes. 17 minutes to turn this around. 17 minutes.
Take a look at some of the numbers from the first half, Sean.
Yeah, Tommy, it's turnovers are killing Seattle. They could have blown this game wide open, but they still got the lead. Passing yards, throwing it around a little bit because the big plays. You see the rushing yards pretty even, but those third downs, 1 for 5 for the Chill, giving them the ball. Too many chances for Seattle. Time of possession's dominated by the Chill, but you got to get points out of it, and 8's not enough. Great job by Seattle of getting big plays, Tommy. Big plays early in the game.
It has been quite a first half. Seattle and Green Bay going battle. The graveyard and Angela Rippon with a shot in the first half. We'll take a break. Stick around, LFL fans. (22-8) is our score. Seattle with the lead, and Sean Salisbury, despite the fact that Seattle's got that lead and is playing very well, Chris Michelson in their locker room was not very happy.
Fucking only one out there making fucking plays is Cam. Cam is killing them. Cam is keeping us in this fucking game single-handedly. She is coming over from the goddamn middle linebacker, making goddamn tackles because our goddamn weak-ass corners aren't in position. Is that how we are? No. Everybody makes plays on this team, right? Not one player. We don't run on one cylinder. 7 cylinders all the time. So when are you gonna step the fuck up and do it?
Right now. Go right now.
Oh, right now? That's what I heard. Fucking
Tommy, take a look at these first half highlights, my man. Nice job. Opening play of the game, little toss to the backup quarterback, Laurel Creel. We know she knows how to throw it. Great job of selling it by Jessica Hopkins for an early lead. Another look at it. Nice job by the line of making it look like a toss sweep. Hopkins selling block and then running right by the secondary to give them a huge first play of the game. Coming right back, screen play. Nice job to get your young quarterback, Angela Rippon, involved. 15 yards down the field before Cam Warner's touch. You don't let a back this good have the ball this long without finally there getting a hand on her. Got to wrap up, got to get more than one body trying to bring down Cam Warner, who's killing it on both sides of the ball, as you heard Chris Michelson, their coach, said. And then, little fake here, no, the give to DeJesus, who's only been on this team for a week. Sneaks it into the end zone, sneaks right by Tommy. Look at the leg drive of getting into the end zone. Push for the touchdown. And Annie Erler, their quarterback, has made some great plays on both sides of the ball. I expect DeJesus to have a few more. And then Laurel Creel gets outside. Nice job of keeping the ball, making it look like pass, which it was. Sees an open spot, gets into the end zone. 22-8 lead. The Seattle Mist on the road in Titletown, right here in the graveyard.
Crowd's
Seattle's
excited.
Got to stop this in the second half.
They are rolling here in Green Bay. Seattle is. We'll see what the second half will bring. 22-8. Missed with the lead. We'll be right back.
And welcome back into the Rush Center. Seattle with a 22-8 lead over Green Bay. Welcome back to the second half. Lauren Gardner alongside Seattle's head coach, Chris Michelson. Chris, we talked about that 48-play offensive scheme. It seems to be going off without a hitch. Definitely thanks, though, to the play of Cam Warner.
Oh, definitely. I mean, she's running. She's a beast right now. She's controlling our offense and setting our passes up real nice. But we got to stop making mistakes, and our defense is killing us on 3rd and 4th down situations. Our corners have got to stay home, so we'll see what happens.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Boys?
Caitlin Gerard is back deep to receive the kick. And Sean, Green Bay needs something right now. This is not a long half of football. Here we go, second half. Green Bay down 22-8. They're going to get the football right here, and we'll see if they can capitalize. Here's the kick, a terrific kick. That baby is over the end zone. Now let's go down and go back to Annie Erler and some of the highlights and what she's done.
Offense! Half of them are on D. Hey! Hut! Hut!
That's a beast, Tom.
She's a football player.
Oh, you think?
She is a football player.
Good gracious. And we saw a lot of defensive plays. She's made a ton of them on offense, too.
Erler fakes a give. Now it's a keeper. She's bringing it around the right side. She's across the 20, out to about the 23-yard line. Annie Erler has got it all going on.
Let me give you some keys, Tommy, that we have to have happen for both teams. Seattle, first of all, has got to get more efficient in the passing game. It's Angela Rippon's first start. They got 2 of 10 from Angela in the first half. I know she's better than that. Seattle must get more physical on defense and tackle and quit giving up the big, Green Bay. And they got to make a few big plays themselves. They've got to get back in this. But if you don't play defense and wrap up, you don't have any shot.
Fake a give to Zellner. Also fake to De Jesus. Erler. And she is still going and almost got back to the original line of scrimmage, and now it's third down, and I think they've got to throw it twice here, partner. Jessica Hopkins with the stop, and we've got a Green Bay player down.
And you better hope it's not your quarterback.
It's Jennifer Dennison, starting offensive tight end. We'll take a timeout. 16:07 left. 22-8 is our score. Seattle with the lead, but Green Bay's got the football, and it's third down when we come back. Look at this injury.
I don't want to. As you see, watch Tommy, I'm just stand. And Tom, a lot of times that happens. You see the hyperextension of the left knee on Jennifer Dennison. Now, I'm not going to speculate. Lauren, I've got any update for us? Is there anything serious that we can find out yet about this?
You know, guys, in terms of seriousness, it doesn't seem that bad. It is a hyperextension on her left knee. I chatted with her just a minute ago. She said, hey, I'm going to put some ice on it. I asked her if she would be returning in tonight's game. She looked at me, she smiled, and she nodded. So she's a tough cookie.
Thanks, Lauren. That's great. That's great news. It looks scary on tape, didn't it, Tommy?
It sure did. Third down, and a big third down play. They've got to throw it twice, and the pass is caught. Katie Zellner's got it, and now she came loose. The football is out, and Seattle comes up with it. Zellner had the first down and then lost the football, partner.
It can be so deflating, Tommy. Great throw by Annie Erler, and a nice route sitting down in the hole by Katie Zellner. Watch this. Have a look-see, Tommy, at the top of our screen to the right there. Nice job of reaching back for it. Sit down in the hole. Ball comes out. You're on your end of the field. Giving Seattle's high-powered offense too many opportunities on your end of the field. Puts a lot of pressure on your defense. Nice job by Katie of bailing out Annie Erler to throw behind her. But then you got to finish, Tommy. You know how it is. Can't play 70 plays. You got to play 100 of them. You can't play, 7 out of 10. You got to get it done.
We got a challenge, and I'm not surprised.
Well, let's take a look-see.
Listen to the official.
She's challenging the ruling that it was a fumble. He's saying it was not a pass or not a reception.
Green Bay is challenging the ruling on the field of a catch, a fumble, recovery by Seattle. Timeout.
Now let's have a look at this again, Tommy. Now catching it, you got to make a football move. As you see Gilbert Brown, he's calling it an incomplete pass because he didn't want it.
If you're Gilbert Brown, you got nothing to lose here.
Of course you don't.
You need the football.
Of course you don't, but the referee's got to take a look at it. Now let's see if the receiver makes a football move and has possession of the ball.
Yeah, I hear you, Joe. I hear you, Joe. Listen, Pat. Go ahead. Good, Joe.
That's close.
I haven't seen anything yet. Nothing's playing down here.
Tommy,
The screen is blank. Okay.
Let's look at this angle. It's a little better. Oh, that's close.
Okay, can I see it again, please?
If we get that angle, Tommy, I think that's a fumble, but the best angle is the one from the quarterback angle from behind the center. If we get that again, if we can get a look, not this one, because you're shielded by this one. If this is a look, you can't tell when the ball's coming out. But there's a second look we saw. You may get an opportunity. This is the one right here. Now she's going to catch it. Nice job there. 1 foot, 2 foot. She makes a football move. That's going to be a fumble. They're going to call that a fumble. She had possession of it. That 2 feet on the ground, made a football move and laid the ball on the ground.
They want to see that one again, the one that we just showed. They want to see that one more time. They are seeing it right now, and there's Gilbert Brown.
There you go, 1 foot, Tom, 2 feet, makes a football move on a 3rd and 4th step. I'm watching a different monitor than they are, but I'm just kind of talking you through what I'm seeing.
Yep. Sean's looking at what the referees are seeing.
And I'm just trying to explain like it's radio, but here we are. You guys are seeing now, we're seeing. See, catch. 1 foot, 2 foot, football move, possession of the football, it comes out. That's a fumble.
Well,
worth the call, but that's a catch and a fumble.
We're going to go with a catch and a fumble. The reason being, she caught the ball, pulled it into her body, took a step. Then when she turned, that's when the ball was hit loose. So she had possession of the ball, and she did something common to the game that was catching, holding, and then turning with the ball. So we're going with the catch, fumble. She had possession. That's also your challenge. You've lost your challenge.
Tommy, I don't blame Gilbert for doing it. Let's listen to the official give us the ruling.
Ruling on the field is confirmed. It was a catch, fumble, recovered by Seattle, and returned. It'll be Seattle's ball, first down.
As you heard what I was saying, and the official validated, Tom, caught the ball, got 1 foot down, 2 foot down, and maintained possession. And then, now had she done that without making a turn and a move, a common football move, and I call it a football move, then it would have been an incomplete pass. Now I'll tell you when, if it comes out, she's got it, possession, 1, 2. If it comes out now, split second before, they call that an incomplete pass, but she started to make a football move, and it's a fumble.
Give us to the second back through, and we've got a flag down. She's down near the goal line, but there is a flag, and
you're going to get holding
sure
on the left side. Holding on the left side of the line. Ashley Rumsey, I think, was the one being held and almost tackled.
Number 3 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Now, Sean, at 22-8, Seattle's got the football. Obviously, Green Bay needs a stop here. If they get a stop, are they done? Do they have enough time?
Well, of course they do. What you do now, Tommy, a lot of times in this league and in a lot of leagues, I see coaches wait too long to get to your no-huddle 2-minute offense. You're not having a lot of success. Get it going. Change the tempo. Put some trust in your players. Change the tempo of the game. You've got a very, very wise quarterback in Annie Erler who understands concepts. Get her going. Right now, Seattle's trying to put it away with another touchdown.
And I'd give it to Cam Warner. I don't know how you don't. Throw it into the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Just overthrown, and Annie Erler comes up a little bit lame there as she's limping a bit.
That's just, you know what, Tommy, that's timing. It's their first game of the year. And just missed the throw a little bit. Got to bring it down and hit your receiver going up the sideline. Threw it to the right person, had the right read. Nice job up the sideline. Just a little bit too high for the receiver to come down with. Now you're forcing this. If Green Bay got to get physical, get more pressure from those guys in the front three. Those ladies, get after the quarterback.
And I think this has got to go to Cam Warner.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. No, I'm kidding.
No, they didn't.
You're right.
Rippin, and now they do. It's a screen to Warner, and she's inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line. And now it is third down and about 4.
Tommy, did you see how many Green Bay chill we had around Cam Warner? You wanted Cam Warner. They didn't run to her. They threw it to her. Same thing, just an extension of the run as a screenplay. Nice throw by Rip. And then all of a sudden, but you get 3 and 4 Green Bay chill around. Have a look-see now. In the first half, what do we see? Good pressure. Now you see, when you just saw that one. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 people trying to converge on a football. That's the way you got to play Cam Warner. Must get a stop here if you want to stay alive.
Third and 4. Give goes to Warner. She comes around side. She's inside the 5, inside the end zone. Touchdown! Cam Warner just continues to shine in this football game. She has been a terrific star for the Seattle Mist, and she makes it 28-8.
This will be Cam Warner's last season. And we only give her age because she looks like she's about 19 the way she physically. This is a specimen, a great football player on both sides of the ball. Look at her deliver the blow. That's the difference. She's coming up and making sure Katie Zellner feels the punishment. That's called great football running. And if you're going home when Green Bay, she'll go back and watch some of this on tape. They'll say, that's the way you play football. Now, Tommy, if I'm the coach, and I've known Gilbert a long time, you're down 20, you come out in a 2-minute, we'll talk about it after this. You must tell your players if they're going to hang their head and quit, they're going to sit by me.
Trip receivers to the right side. Laurel Creel is in, and Creel trying to get in for the 2-point conversion, and she did. 2-point conversion is good, 30-8, with 13 minutes and 40 seconds left.
That's your Tim Tebow, huh, Tommy? That's your Tim Tebow in Seattle Mist.
Yep. 30-8, Seattle with the lead. Break time. We're coming back to Green Bay right after this timeout. Be sure to become a part of LFL Nation on Facebook. Simply go to facebook.com/MyLFL. And follow your favorite LFL teams and players by logging on to twitter.com/MyLFL. 30-8 is our score. The Mist with the lead over the Chill. And up in the booth, Desmond Bishop of the Green Bay Packers is here.
Good, very good linebacker. A lot of youth on his side, and got the hair flowing tonight. And he's also on the best team in the NFL, Tommy. I picked him last year. I picked him to repeat this year, and they've got the best quarterback, the most complete quarterback. We'll argue with Brady, but as far as all around, there's no weakness in Aaron Rodgers' game. And Erler's trying to prove that in her game here, too.
Erler fading back here. Looking, steps up, throws, and the pass is overthrown, intended for Jessica Payton. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Let's change the tempo. Tommy, before we went to break, I was going to tell you, if I'm the coach of this team, I don't give a damn we're getting our butt kicked. We're at home. They're whipping you in front of your boyfriends and your family and your brothers and your sisters and your wives or whatever it is. I don't know, whoever you got, okay? Husbands, dog at home.
Yeah.
Get your butt in gear. Let's change the tempo of the football game and quit taking this ass kicking and let's go do something about it.
Erler fades back, looking down the field, steps up, throws, and it's incomplete. And I don't know that the receiver, Katie Zellner, was looking for the football. Jessica Hopkins is really the one that came over that was headhunting there.
And you have to, Tommy, if you're Green Bay, and give it Seattle credit because they understand now that you got to throw every down if you're Green Bay. But Tommy, somebody else has to step up. You can't turn around and say, let's just get Annie to do it. You like Mikey in the Life cereal commercial?
Right.
For those of you who aren't that old, it was a good commercial. But Mikey do anything, and they relied on Mikey. Don't let Annie be the only one who makes plays for you. She's done that the whole game.
3rd and 10. Steps up, throws, and it's incomplete. Looking for Jessica Payton. It's overthrown. Got out in front of Payton, and now, Sean, a huge 4th down.
Yes, it is. And if you're Seattle, you got to, 4th down and 10, drop, catch and tackle, 7-yard gain. Let them throw underneath and make sure you make a sound tackle. You get the ball again on their half of the field and a chance to go in and really put your foot where they're not going to see it anymore and put this game away. Green Bay must have, these receivers got to get separation. And I know that Jess can make a play, and I know Katie's a football player.
Quick pass over the middle, and it's caught and dropped. Incomplete, and Seattle will take over on downs at the Green Bay 15. Looking for Jessica Payton, and Payton just couldn't hang on.
Because, Tommy, you and I both know this, and you've seen Green Bay this year. Jessica Payton and Katie Zellner are both really good football players.
Yes. Yep.
They really are. And, they got to get, they're having one of those nights, and I had enough of those in my career. Back to Cam Warner here, running back and linebacker, first half screen play. Boom, running through people for a touchdown, one of the big plays she made in the first half. Then you see her dancing. This isn't just a physical football player. She's got a little wiggle in her game. And then down in the red zone, getting into the end zone. One of our finest players in the league.
Ripping the quarterback. Give goes along the right side. Nice cut back along the outside, inside the 10, down to about the 5-yard line. Ricky Krieger-Zeyer is on the ball carrier, and she's got it very close to a first down. Let's see where they'll mark it. It is 1st and goal for Seattle.
Ricky Krieger-Zeier getting her first touch tonight.
Yep.
Nice job. And talking to Chris Michelson this week, the head coach of Seattle before the game, he felt like every single player on his team could go both ways.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if that's just the coach loving on his team or if it's that if they're that good. But they're showing us on both sides of the ball with Jess Hopkins and the way they're making plays, Cam Warner, that they can do that.
Trips to the right side, Rypien throws it right side. It's caught by Cam Warner. She's in for the touchdown, and we've got late flags.
And when you see this replay, this is how Angela Rypien takes her game to the next level. Knowing she's going to take a shot right in the back, stand and deliver, get the football out for a touchdown. Takes a vicious hit, but a good hit, but still stands in there. Wasn't paying attention to the pass rush, which is nice. Dialed in on her receivers. Let's listen in on the penalty.
Holding on the offense, number 5. 5 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
Oh,
Hopkins
well, we got
fought for the hold.
Now watch this. Watch the hit. Stand in there, girl. Deliver it. Don't see it. You take the hit. Nice, accurate throw for the touchdown. But Jess Hopkins on the hold brings it back. But you know what? I'm not so sure the way Seattle's playing, Tommy, that a penalty means anything to them right now. They've overcome a lot tonight. And Green Bay got to start playing with some pride, girls.
Rypien looks for the fade in the corner. Caught, one-handed catch, touchdown. Wow, what a catch. Jessica Hopkins with a one-handed grab in the end zone on a little fade. How about that, Sean Salisbury?
Jess Hopkins is such a good player. She's on all fantasy receiver too, Tommy. She's overcome injury, come back. Look at her go up and get the football, one hand, shield the corner off, and Angela makes a great throw where it's only her girl to get it. Jess shields off the corner with the right arm, does what good receivers do, little forearm shiver to right off the corner, and makes the one-handed catch with great concentration. That kind of looked like number 11 Mark Rypien to number 84 Gary Clark of the Redskins, or Art Monk. Saw that a few times in our career. Nice play.
They got to hurry. Play clock at 1. Creel comes around the right side, and she is hit. Jessica Payton came from the weak side and knocks Creel down. 10-14 left, 36-8. Seattle pulling away, partner.
Tommy, to take a look at some of the remaining schedule now. This is Seattle, the Las Vegas. They play Las Vegas. That's November 4th. I'm telling you, folks, the Las Vegas Center, a sneaky sleeper team in this league. Then you go to Los Angeles, who's the 27-time champion, and they can beat a lot of the fellas teams. And then the Minnesota Valkyrie, another team to close out their season before the playoffs. At home, obviously, in the ShoWare Center, which is a great place to go watch football. This is a team that was 1-3 last year, wasn't very good on defense, has obviously picked up their tempo, made some changes on their roster, and looking really, really sharp here early in the season.
Erler pitches to DeJesus, and she just bowls forward and gets about 2.5 yards. DeJesus with just a tough run. Christina Fetzer there with the stop.
Now, Tommy, I understand what you're trying to do. You're getting beat. It's 36-8. I'm not ready to wave the white towel. I see some really good young players on Green Bay, and I don't believe they're going to quit. But here's what I do. I don't believe in moral victories, or I'm not in the feel-good business. I'm in the business of still attacking. Throw this damn thing every time and give your team a chance to win, and get up and get to the line of scrimmage.
Erler fades, looking deep, steps up, throws, and it will be pass interference. It's intercepted, but it's pass interference. And how about Annie Erler going right after? Oh my! Erler and Chelsea Jorgensen were going at each other. Erler is not backing down from anybody.
I like it. Get after it, sisters. Go for it. Hey, it's okay if we go from LFL to MMA in a few seconds. I'm okay with that. Ready for a drop kick? Tito Ortiz about to jump into the building.
Oh my! Well, so we're expecting pass interference.
That's a pass interference on the corner.
Here comes the call.
Great play, but PI.
Pass interference on the defense, number 4. Penalized 10 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
That's that young Ricky. That's that Krieger-Zeier.
Yeah.
Who made a great play running the football on the other side. But just a little premature, hit her early. But see, Tommy, right now, throwing the ball, good things can happen. You get some pass interference, and you know what? If nothing else, at least if you start to put up a fight here in the end, your next game, which you got to line up and play next week in Chicago, and they're going to be angry after they get their butt kicked by Las Vegas. They're going to be ready to go.
Erler, long drop. Now comes around the left side. She's got to get around the outside. Oh, she's hit hard by
my gosh.
We felt that all the way up here. And let's listen into that hit. She came around that left side, and Cam Warner just sized her up and delivered a shot.
Yeah, you guys at home think that. Well, you guys at home think that this is just people running around in manicures and pedicures, huh? Right.
Trip receiver.
You don't want to play in this league.
Go
trust
to the
me.
right side. Erler. Two-step drop. Looks, steps up, throws, and it is behind the intended receiver.
No, Tommy.
And flags go down.
No, it wasn't behind the. It looks behind the intended receiver. When you've got too deep coverage, and folks, to explain at home with the penalty flag before we get the officials call, too deep coverage is a rolled corner and a safety help over the top. When you run up in the hole, we saw Favre throw this ball 1,000 times in his career. You got to sit down in the hole.
Illegal defense. It was an illegal blitz. 5 yards. Check it down.
Let's listen to this hit one more time. As Chris Michelson upset with the call by the official. Here it is one more time.
This is the hit, I think, that Cam Warner puts on.
Oh, wired up. That's a big-time hit. And a fumble, football back, and it's going to be picked up by Jennifer Dennison. And now it's 3rd down. And Green Bay partners starting to get beat up.
Well, yeah, they are, but you know what, Tommy? They're still battling, and I respect them for that. To go back to that too deep throw I'm talking about, you said you made the right call when you say it's behind him. But if the receiver, being taught right, gets up in the hole, you got to sit down in the hole. You don't run to be covered. If you sit down in the hole, it hits you on your back shoulder, and you got a completion. Safety overruns it. You cut inside for a touchdown.
Gotcha, good point.
Got to
Thank
sit
you.
down in the hole.
Erler. Little screen pass. That one's complete to Ortiz. And she has been a star tonight inside the 10. Down to about the 8-yard line. First down and goal for Green Bay. Ricky Krieger-Zeyer with the stop.
I am so impressed with the way Seattle hits, Tommy, and how good they are.
Yeah.
Much improved from a team we saw early last year, and they got better at the end of last year, but they're much improved. And I'll tell you, they miss Amanda and Danica Brace, both great football players. You know, obviously their careers went in a different direction, but were stellar players for them last year. But I also like the way Green Bay steep battling in this game, down 36-8.
Trip receivers to the right side. Erler had to go high for that height. Now throws corner of the end zone, and it's intercepted, picked off. She's across the 15-20. Got one player to beat. Oh, what a tackle! Erler with a tackle on Jess Hopkins. A terrific interception, and then Erler delivers a shot. But it's Seattle football. They've got it at the Green Bay 22-yard line. We got a timeout. 6:52 left. What a great interception. And then an unbelievable hit by Annie Erler to stop this play. We'll take a timeout. Here's the hit. We'll be right back. (36-8), Seattle with the lead. We've had Annie Erler mic'd up all game long, and she has been just terrific, doing almost everything she can do to get this team a win.
Come on, girl, you gotta look. You gotta look right away when you make that turn. All right, we get a first down. We're going fucking crazy. Let's go. Where are we going? 7. We need a first down, okay? We got this. Look where it is. All right, on one. Ready? Get in here. Get in here.
Let's go. Let's go. Well, that's Green Bay Chill quarterback Annie Erler making some big plays for this team tonight. Now, she's only gotten 2 breaks during this entire game, maybe sitting out about 2 plays, and she's come off the bench with a lot of frustration, hanging her head, showing a lot of frustration towards Coach Brown about her receivers, telling him that they need to get some plays right tonight, and these receivers need to step it up.
But she's off now, getting a little break at this point in time. Rippon rolls out to the right side, steps up, delivers a nice throw, and it's caught inside the 10-yard line at about the 9.
That's right out of Daddy's team's page. They used to run that roll the pocket, Tommy, and run a comeback on the outside. And number 11 used to hit that throw for the Redskins. Mark did. He's in the house watching his daughter, and she makes the same throw. And Annie Erler makes a good point. like I said earlier, somebody got to step up and make a play.
You got to catch the ball.
And when I was talking about Jess Hopkins, he did a great job on that interception of baiting earlier into a late throw and an interception. Hopkins has played out of her mind tonight too.
Right up the middle. She's inside the 5, down to about the 2. Erica Smith has been the featured player here for Seattle.
Starting to get some carries. Chris Michelson loves her, this young.
He couldn't stop talking about her on our call this week.
And then he's got the veterans. You know, Shane Norton, who is a stellar linebacker and a stud for them on defense. And he said she's playing like a woman possessed this year and he expects it. Jessica Hopkins has played great on both sides of the ball. Rippon getting a good start tonight. You know, coming back and having a better second half. They've got it all here in Seattle, and Cam Warner to boot.
There they go with the wishbone. Rippon gives it off around the left side, and it is in for a touchdown. Erica Smith one more time. She has really been the featured back, but we've got a flag down. Let's wait and see.
It's on the side, Judge. You're going to get a hold on the outside, left side, I would imagine, and bring it back. Hold, probably wrapped up. Got that arm, that left outside arm on the outside of the Green Bay Packers, or the Green Bay Packers, the Green Bay
Personal foul, hands to the face on the offense, number 3. 10 yards from the previous spot, second down.
No hold, hands to the face. Yeah. Sute trying to make a play there. I call them the Green Bay Packers. They can only hope right now, I guess. I don't think Aaron Rodgers and Donald Driver are going to be able to bail you out, but they may be able to with 5 minutes to go.
Oh, you never know.
But you know what? These girls, I'm really proud of their effort. And Green Bay's going to have this expansion franchise.
They're going to be pretty good.
Really good. They got a lot to build on. Amanda Smolinski will be back when she gets healthy. She gets her game healthy. She'll be a good addition to the team. Need her out there. Get that jersey on.
Rippon fades back, steps up, throws. Cam Warner with the catch, and a nice catch, and a great move. She's inside the 3, down to the 1, touchdown! Cam Warner doing a ballet dance down around the end zone, and she is in for the touchdown.
Yeah, that's tough. You got such a good football player there. Cassie Anderson trying to make a play, as was Katie Zellner, I believe, trying to make something happen. But it just goes to show you, Tommy, you cannot, when you got somebody that good, it's just so hard to put your arm on her and think that you can bring her down. And there's not a whole lot of, she's so strong and so physical. There's not a whole lot to grab onto because she doesn't give you a lot of jersey and a lot of body to grab. She runs low.
Creel pass defected, and we've got a flag down on the conversion. Ricky Casey knocked that one down. Let's see what the call is. The officials are going to meet. Holding, so it'll be declined. The extra point's no good.
Holding on the offense. Penalties declined.
Because the result of the play was that the extra point was no good. Let's go back and look at this touchdown one more time, partner.
Just a nice job. This young lady here, when she gets the ball, 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackle, 3 missed tackle, fights. And Tommy, what's the common theme in all 3 of those? Reach and grab. It's just reach and grab instead of low base, jumping. Instead of tackle at Cam Warner, Tommy, you got to tackle through her. You got to try to put her spine through her belly. Make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You have to, because you can't just come up there and kind of break down and hope, because she'll run right through you as she's done many times tonight. This will be a great learning lesson. Great learning lesson. Ripper, yeah, hey, see, Dad comes up, Mark Rippon comes up to say hello, and he understands about the difference between first and second halves. And yes, Angela's had a great second half. Mark Rippon coming by to say hello.
Erler buying some time. Now she's going to run the football, gets a nice block. She's across the 25, down to the 20. Annie Erler has just been terrific for Green Bay. She has done it all. Offense, defense, she's made interceptions, she's slow to get up. Erler has just been terrific.
Tommy, in your 3 years, we've seen a lot of great ones. She in that class as far as people who can do it all.
Yep, she's right there.
Would agree. Great vision running inside. Keeps it there. I see a lot of standing around and clapping for Annie. Knock somebody in the teeth if you're Green Bay. But they're still fighting, Tommy, with 4:19 to go and down a bunch. There's Ryan Grant. You think he has a pretty good idea about football?
Running back for the Packers. Erler fades back. You know she doesn't want to run again. Now she throws a little screen late, and there's no gain on that one, but I'm with her. Throw that football.
Yeah, let somebody else take the hit.
Yeah.
She's taking enough of them, and a nice job presence to get rid of the football, but Seattle, 3 and 4 tacklers around the ball. Back to Ryan Grant. We just heard from Mark Rippon, who's got his Super Bowl ring. Maybe dropping by and saying hello, and now Ryan Grant, you saw Desmond Bishop. Let me tell you think Ryan Grant's got a big old chip on his shoulder. Remember, injured last year, a star running back, misses the season. They come and go get a Super Bowl ring while he has to watch. So you don't think he wants one this year when he's out there? And it started off with a really nice start to the 3-0 season for the Packers.
Erler fades, still looking, wants somebody to come back, and now she's going to run it again. And she is going to get a couple yards to about the 16. Annie Erler is going to deserve a couple days off. Jess Hopkins with the stop. But Erler's going to need a taxi to take her home and go from bed to bathroom in the morning.
No question. And nice job. Great effort up front by Ortiz and Ash Rumsey, trying to do everything they can to keep their quarterback standing upright. Still working. And you know, you don't want to watch tape the day after if you have a game like this, Tommy, but guess what? It's a great learning experience. You got to put your pride aside.
In your mind.
You got to beat your own self up, because enough coaches will do that for you too.
Erler fakes a give. Now steps back. Little deliver out to DeJesus, and she's got it inside the 5. I'm sorry, inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. LaShonda Fowler with the stop.
You hear that? Remember that name. Remember the name LaShonda Fowler. Another really active defensive end in Seattle that I have a hunch we're going to be calling her name a lot this year on broadcast, Tommy.
I wouldn't be surprised. 4th and a long yard here to go for Green Bay. Coming up on 2 minutes left. Erler comes up the middle, pitches back. DeJesus has got the first down. Erler waited and waited and waited, and finally delivers it. And now Chris Michelson has thrown a challenge flag. He thinks that was a forward pass.
Can a sister get a massage when the game's over after the beating she's taken tonight?
All right, timeout on the field. 2 minutes left. 42-8, Seattle with the lead. And that last touchdown, Rippon with a nice throw. And Cam Warner, just the determination and the ability to get into the end zone. We'll be right back. 42-8 is our score here. Next week, we'll see Green Bay in a different setting as quarterback Annie Showtime Erler in the Chillhead South for one of the biggest rivalry games in all of football when they visit the Chicago Blitz and quarterback Heather Rockstar Furr. Coverage starts at 10 Eastern, 9 Central next Friday night. And our game MVP from Seattle, wide receiver Jessica Hopkins, 2 catches, 42 yards, both of those for a touchdown. She also has an interception tonight. Jessica Hopkins is your game MVP.
Tommy, from her Facebook stuff, she was excited to play tonight.
Oh, I bet.
I tell you, she was pumped. Always humble, hard-working. Got her family at home. Came up here and made them proud. She'll take an MVP award back to Seattle. Good for you, Jeff.
1st and goal. Football at the 6-yard line. Motion. And it's a give to that motion back, and she'll get inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. Katie Zellner on the carry.
See, that, I think you can use Katie Zellner in a lot of different ways, Tommy. She's got good enough speed. You can put her in the slot, widen her out. These are to widen her out to the split. You can put her in the backfield, motion her out of the backfield. I think this is a time when you start to feel around and say, let's put some new things in here in the last minute and a half and try to, test them. Put some people in different positions in these last handful of balls.
Erler, nice move to get away. Gets away again. She's inside the 5, down to the 2, to the 1.
You know what? I'm sorry. You could have given the MVP to the loser tonight, too.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? She's stupid good, okay? Tommy, when we talk about stupid good around the league, the Liz Gormans, this is one of those that every time she shows up every time. I know the ball's in her hand, but makes people miss, not going down and taking a knee, attacking. We got some of those type of gals on every team.
Oh, yeah.
Well, people in the LFL that are watching this and don't know it on MTV, guess what? You found yourself another star and somebody to root for, because if you didn't know Annie Erler, and I didn't know her much coming in, Tommy, I do now.
Yeah, you know her now. Let's go down to the sideline. Lauren Gardner standing by. What's up, Lauren?
Well, guys, as you can probably imagine, the tempo here on Seattle's bench is nothing short of elated. But despite the point differential right now, Coach Chris Michelson knows the importance that these points have on playoffs. So he said before tonight's game, it doesn't matter what the score is, we are not going to let off the accelerator. And I can imagine when they maintain possession of this ball, I do not think he's going to let up.
Yeah, no, well, he's looking for a stop right here.
Of course, his point differential matters in a tiebreaker at the end of this season. We've had teams the last 2 years, Tommy, or at least 2 years ago, miss the playoffs because of the tiebreaker. That's exactly right.
Yep.
And they know all too well about that. So great job, Lauren. Thank you. That's a great point. So these points do matter. It's not called running up the score. It's trying to protect yourself in January.
Little motion, trip receivers to the right side. They got a little unbalance, and now flags go down.
And for you guys who saw the numbers on Annie earlier, you say, oh, Sean, are those numbers that good? Well, it's not really the numbers.
Prior to the snap, ball start on the offense. Number 6, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's not the stats. To me, stats are overrated. The only stat I care about is how many wins and losses you got, and if you're efficient on, moving chains and making your team better as a quarterback.
She's a football player.
Yes, that's just it.
That's it. She's a football player.
If you've watched her play tonight, you got to put her in one of those rising star categories because she's done some great things. And we saw a wonderful second half from Angela Rippon coming back after not so good for her in the first half.
Throw to Jesus, has it inside the 5 down to about the 4, and it is now 4th down.
And I'm thrilled for Mark Rippon. And we've mentioned him a lot, Tommy, but I'm thrilled for him. Can you imagine being able to come watch your daughter play her first start on the road, from Spokane, Washington, Shadle Park High School. I got Rip and I have known each other for a lot of years, so I love him. I'm proud of him, proud of his Seattle, proud of daughter, and I'm also proud of the way Green Bay's played tonight. I'm honored to be a part of it with you, my man.
Same here, partner. Into the end zone, and this one is caught and dropped. Oh, she had it in the end zone and just could not hang on.
And if we're not careful, Lauren's going to jump up here in the booth and stick us down the sideline. She's going to take over because she does a great job.
Oh, Lauren's really good, no question. Stopped him on 4th down. This was a big stop. So whether you intercept it or not, unless you return it a long way, it's going to be Seattle ball right there.
And if I'm Seattle playing in a tough West right now, Tommy, you know what I do?
Oh, you got to go. You got to try and
take
score.
My shot at the end zone. Yeah,
you have to try and score.
Because there's a couple teams out West. Las Vegas pretty good, and Los Angeles, they're pretty good too. Chicago's not exactly going to be a pushover because they could win the rest of their game. And points will matter at the end of this season, especially for a team coming off 1-3 confidence-wise from last year, Tommy. Seattle needs this. Seattle needs this.
Receivers split to both sides. Yeah, don't be surprised if you see something deep right here. Rippon with some pressure, steps up, throws, and the pass is incomplete, overthrown. She got a little pressure, and Annie earlier, again, very slow to get up. Earlier is just taking a beating tonight.
There he is. Rip, you can relax now, dude. Good gracious. You just got out of the bathroom. And here's no problem now. Change the pants, you're good. Your daughter's fine. She played good tonight. Get rid of that indigestion. That's my man.
Second and 10.
I can't wait till he watches the replay. Still nervous, but that's a dad wanting to
with a keeper. She's across the 15, out to the 20, and goes down about the 21-yard line.
She's a better runner than her old man, I promise you that. Ripper could throw, and great competitor.
Couldn't run.
Ripper and Bernie Kosar.
Oh, really?
No, I can't knock Ripper because Ripper could love Bernie, but Ripper could move a little better than that. But now, proud of his daughter. You can relax a little, Mark. Everything's good. They got this one in hand. And
14,
the girl did
13,
good, buddy.
12 seconds left. Rippon fades back, steps up, looking long, and the pass is incomplete. She tried to come back for it. Could have seen a flag there.
Yeah, but nice job, the underthrow. You come back, try to get it. A lot of times you'll see an official throw that flag when there's contact coming back for the football. But be a nice night. Nice night for, learning experience for Green Bay and Gilbert Brown's team. Great experience for Mark Rippon and Angela Rippon and the rest of those guys. And great time. Great time tonight for all of them.
Second down now. Receivers to the right side. Rippon fades back. She's got one-on-one coverage in the end zone. Now she's going to roll out and keep it. She may pay the price here. She does.
I think that was Laurel Creel to finish it out, Tommy.
Oh, it was Creel. Yep, good point. And that'll do it. 42-8, Sean.
Great stuff, man.
Huge win.
Big, huge win for Seattle, but don't quit Green Bay because the chill are going to be around. We've seen expansion teams better their game from week 2 to the week 4, Tommy. They'll get a chance. Don't give up on them.
Final score tonight from the Resch Center, 42-8. Seattle wins over Green Bay. We're rolling up the turf and heading south for a Week 7 rivalry game next Friday night, when this same Green Bay Chill team goes to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bliss, 10 Eastern. On behalf of my partners Sean Salisbury and Lauren Gardner, the rest of our LFL crew, this is Tom Dorr wishing you a great night from Green Bay, Wisconsin. 42-8, Seattle with a win. See you next Friday night from the Windy City on LFL Friday Night Football. Good night, everybody.